So welcome! I'm so excited this morning to share word from the divine and to be in a space of holiness and freedom and to touch upon the wisdom and guiding apertures of divine word. I'm grateful to be in a sacred system of hope and grace. So I'd like to begin with the idea of oneness, and what it means to attach oneself to the whole. Given that we are merely one tiny part of a vast, infinite greatness, yet we find our place in a pronounced visibility, identifying with a soul, a body, a person, a name, a location, a gravity. And throughout this mortal lifetime, we embody that. We embody that name, that identity, that soul, that geography. Coming into newness on the upside of mortality. Learning what it is we are here to expand and overcoming continuous experiences and arriving in challenge, overcoming challenge, seeing our greatness, latitudes of a lifetime, ascend, challenge, ascend, challenge, ascend, challenge, and arriving in one great whole. So the idea of embodiment in a single human, where it can be enterprised in the infinite whole, is a newer concept, whereas having been solely identified with an individual or solely identified with the greater whole has divided us. Being able to touch upon simultaneously embodying the one and the whole, and how the expression of such is a dance. United, individualized. United, individualized. Becoming more. Becoming grace. Ringing it in. Bringing in the embodiment or the idea of expansion as something that has no boundaries, yet captivating it in an expression that is one, mine, yours. And understanding the embodiment as one being given in the whole, one in the all, one in the everyone. Class divisions, that which divides, that which separates us, right? Class divisions. As long as there has been man on the earth, there have been class divisions. Those things that we perceive divide us from one another. Sometimes these are economic, sometimes these are geographic. Sometimes these are racial. Sometimes these are religious classifications. Sometimes these are occupational. Class divisions. But in truth, there is only one thing that can divide us, and that is choice. A person's choice to feel separate, to feel divided. but none such ever is truly divided, only in the way they perceive themselves and the way they perceive others. And that is choice. Being a one in the all is a great grace. That is the inclusion of everyone's expansion, everyone's breakthrough, everyone's transcendence becomes our own. And so we partake. Rather than my own and only transcendence, breakthrough, etc. The experience grows infinitely. And so what we partake of becomes an infinite partaking. Now thus it may say that in partaking of the positives from the all, we are also subject to the lesser experiences of the all. Wherein one person suffers, we all do suffer. Wherein one person feels burdened, and so the burden is carried by all. Yet in truth, there is a way beyond that. And the way is this: to see that there is only one burden, and that is what the self inflicts on the self. That is what the self perceives is inflicted on the self. Where in truth, every challenge, every experience is growth. And what is growth but expansion? And so what is challenge but a gateway to expansion? And so what is sorrow but an opportunity for transcending? And so in truth, all experience of the all is joyous for the all and for the one. There is a small way, a little entrance that we all perceive is ours. If I'm going to make my way in the world, I have to break through so many obstacles. I have to overcome so much challenge. It's not easy being me. And don't we say this, right? It is so hard being me. It is so difficult, my life, as I perceive it. So difficult. Therefore, the way seems really narrow that we perceive. And the trials soar, and the challenges many. And the pathway treacherous. But in truth, the way is open. The way is many. The trials are lessons. Transcension in waiting. Transcension in waiting. And the pathwalk that is eternal is a vast and endless dance to be joyed and never feared. Joyed and never feared. So, a plan that seemed small and narrow opens wide to include the dances of all. And it doesn't look like only one thing. It looks like the vast collaboration of anything, all things, many things, everything. And how joyful is that? And what a prize it is to share in the dances of all people. That what we could not conceive on our own, we can experience because it has been conceived by many, by others. And so we are not limited to only one expansion or only one expanse, but to the expansion and the expanses of all. And the prize is what we capture at the end, is that we have experienced what we could not have conceived, and we have been where we could not have gone, and we can have what we did not have, and that there truly is no end. And so beautiful is the way, and so grand is the inclusion, that one's expansion and one's beauty and one's joy can be savored by all. That is a gift bestowed by love.